So the last 2 evenings I've spent putting hard coat on the T-Rex. Now you saw the consistency is a lot like a really thick milkshake. So it kind of fills in some of the cracks, it mellows out over some of them. And right now I have a pretty good looking foam piece. Roscoe's foam coat actually left kind of brush marks. It's so thick that when you put it on there, the brush will actually leave indentations that don't really level out. And that's fine because you want a thick coating so it's nice and solid. What I'm going to end up doing is taking 120 grit and I'm going to sand those down real quick. They actually sand up super easy. And I'll sand that down and then I'm going to water down another thin coat of the Roscoe's foam coat and put it over the top of everything. Just so my primer has a really good layer to adhere to. So because I'm a procrastinator, I left some spots on the thing undone. And I get things about 98% complete and then I move on. Right now, I'm finishing up the 2% and then I'm gonna finish the foam coat. Yeah. So another fun part of this project has been the eyeball. So I actually went to Michael's, which is our local craft store, and I picked up one of those foam balls that you can actually decorate and stick things onto. So the eyeball was easy. It was just cutting it with a little tiny handsaw that I have. Cut it, fit it, check it, cut it, trace it, fit it, cut it, trace it, cut it. You get the idea. I figure I'll put enough Bondo in there to lock the eyeball in place, and then I'll use the Roscoe's foam coat, which sands really easily, to fill in the top layers, and then I'll smooth that down. So this dries quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyeball in. Now what you're probably saying to yourself is, that guy just used enough Bondo to rebuild an entire hot rod. And you are correct. But I think it did the job. Let's take a look. So the other day, I put primer on it. I'll put a little time lapse up here for you to check out. It was just a real quick water-based primer and just slopped it on there big time. So it kind of ran off wherever it needed to. It filled in some other little holes and pinholes that I had in the hard coating. But overall, it looks awesome. A perfectly white canvas for me to work off of. So I thought, in light of the fact that it's warm in my house and, well, 64 degrees outside today for some weird reason in December, that I would move the Tyrannosaurus Rex inside and take up our art table in our little living room. So, yeah. You can see I've already started the paint. What you're seeing is a base coat, and the base coat's gonna be a darker brown than the actual top coat. So, let's go ahead and show a time lapse. Who is that fancy girl in that fancy dress? Oh, that's Keston, little baby Keston. Are you gonna help me paint this T-Rex? No, she's nervous, very nervous. I've got a single coat, looks like a chocolate T-Rex, like a Christmas miracle. You can see lots and lots of brown. That is our base paint, base coat. So yeah, now all that's left is everything. So it's currently the next day. Base coat is down. It looks pretty good. So from here on, I can touch up that stuff anytime. The goal was to just get a lot of paint on it, and that's my base. Looks like some weird creation from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So what I'm gonna do is actually try to just touch the top of these scales with the lighter color. Hopefully it works. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, but either way, again, this is still base coats, so then I'm going to come back with the airbrush. I'm actually going to add the details. Yeah, let's see if it works. All right, the T-Rex has left the building and it's back out into the shop with its base coats applied. I have a dark base, medium top, and then a light top with some other colors mixed in, green mainly. But it's coming together. Now I'm going to use the airbrush to get some details. So as you can see, the T-Rex paint is coming along nicely. I've been able to go in and actually detail quite a bit of it with the colorations that I got. The brown is what I've been working on almost exclusively. So now I'm going to start touching it with some greens and some blacks, some really transparent blacks. So I'm going to start shading everything together and bringing it all together. I'm just going to go through and hammer on this thing. I'm going to add browns and oranges, and I'm going to go with some blacks and some maybe a stripe pattern in here. I'm just going to kind of let it unfold. It's a new day. And yesterday I did a ton of detailing and basically have filled in everything. Lots of yellow on it because I detailed it with yellow oxide. Now yellow oxide is a great base coat I found when you go on top of white primer. So now I'm going to go through and detail the eyeball and add a little bit of dark umber to it and we're done. I think we're there. Yes, I'm done. I'm ready to take this to the school and put it in on the next nice day. I'm gonna do maybe a little more detailing around the eyeball just to really bring that, together with the rest of it. But right now, I think we're there. Thank you for subscribing, and there will be many more videos in the future of fun, cool projects from this little shop. So, thank you, and have a great day and a Happy New Year.